everyone, this is Rose from Untwist Your Stitches, and this is Flosstube number 45. I am filming on Good Friday, April 3rd, and I hope to get this uploaded today, but if not, I will definitely have it uploaded by Saturday. So, welcome, and for those of you who are subscribers, welcome back. I hope you are here to enjoy some finishes and some cross stitch and some sewing and all of the things that I do. Today is going to be a little bit different because several of the items that I have finished have already been gifted and they won't be here, but I did make a couple of videos to show you before I sent them off. So I will insert them in the appropriate place. So what do I have for you today? I have some staffs, and to me staff is start and fully finish. Three of the items are what is in the videos, so I will add those videos right now, and then I will be once again, before I give this away as a present, I wanted to show you what it looked like. Again, I did the same sheep virtue with patience here. I've brightened everything up. This is kind of a pinky peach 14 count Aida. I used one of the DMC variant threads. I'll put the number in the link below. And then because it's spring right now, I just brightened everything up to give it a more spring-like feel. And this one I put on one of the jars that I found at Hobby Lobby. I've added this cute little heart and cherub to the top as a handle, and on the back I laced it with this shimmery ribbon. All I did was I just hemmed the top and the bottom and the two sides, and then I used a darning needle to lace the ribbon through and then tightened it up, and it comes on this jar and holds nice and tight. It won't fall off. But if something happened and it needed to be washed, or if the jar needed to be washed, it comes off easily and can be done like that. So this was my sheep virtue that again is a gift, a hostess gift for one of the partners we will be seeing in our Pinochle group. Another quick video because I need to send these off to my grandkids so that they can get them for Easter. But I made each one a little bunny basket. They're super easy to do. You need 2 pieces of fabric and you sew them together, cutting the ears at an angle, and with the lining fabric and everything. Now it's funny to me because these are both exactly the same size of fabric, but this one looks huge. I think I overstuffed the straw that I used to put in this one, so it just makes it look so much bigger. And also the egg is sitting different in this one than it is in this one. But anyway, I used the same outside fabric. Each one of them is lined with a different interior fabric. I went with the orange on this one because my grandson's favorite color is orange. He's got a little green cottontail and his nose. So these will go off with a golden egg inside each one with a little treat and some candy. but they need... Okay, and we are back. The next thing I have to show you is some more sewing items. One of them is this planner. I put covers on them. This is for my niece, and she is a huge sporting fan. And she watches all the sports: basketball, baseball, hockey. I think she might even be into soccer. So I had this fabric made specifically for her. It's a company on Etsy, and you can add a personalized name to the fabric. Her team is all of the Colorado teams, and this is a little charm with some mountains that is supposed to be for Colorado. Inside there are pockets, and since this is a gift for her, I bought her some stickers. I got her a little notebook for making notes, and this is a 3-month planner, or a 3-year planner. So it's the 26th through the 29th, I believe. And then in the back here is just some blank paper for her to make notes and whatever. I got her a couple of highlighters, and there's some extra filler for the, you know, this is a mechanical pencil, so I got her extra filler for the pencil. And yeah, this is just going to be a little gift for her. I put, you'll see a football and a baseball on the markers, both at the top and at the bottom, and then it just snaps shut. So that is for my niece. I have another gift for her sister, and again, I put they were raised in Colorado, so they're very big Colorado fans. But she's a cross stitcher and a sewer. So for her, instead of the planner, I made her one of my catch-all bags. And it's got, I always make a corresponding snap tray. And it turns into a little like Ort tray, or there's a magnet in the middle. So if you want to put pins, you know, needles and pins and stuff like that, those can go in there. There's a little notepad that I got for her. This strawberry pincushion. Tape measure. Let's see. That's just lotion. In the little pockets inside, I've put another mechanical pencil. These are the clips that quilters use. There's a box of pins that doesn't seem to want to come out of its little pocket. For some reason, it's stuck there. But there is a box of pins. There's a scissors with a little scissor to keep it from poking through. What do you call it? Protector. Point protector. A seam ripper. Tweezers. And a tape measure. Again, I can't seem to get the tape measure out. There it is. But I make these and sell them on my Etsy shop. The ones that I sell don't have quite as many items to go along with them. You can see the listings. I'll put my Etsy shop in the description below, and you can go and see it. But all of this goes in here. And it all fits right in there. The snap tray will then be unlatched and rolled up. Or you don't have to put it in here, but if you want to, you can. And it all is contained. They're called catch-all bags. And I make them and sell them on my Etsy shop. Another thing that I sewed, and this is for me, I needed another project bag. So I made one out of this beautiful shamrock, and I think they're blue, what do you call them? They're not bluebells. Anyway, with the corresponding plaid at the top, and the interior has this green fabric. And I always like to put a light colored fabric on the inside so that when you're going into your project bags, it's easier to see what's down at the bottom. And I already have a small project kitted up in here. But it hasn't been started yet. Nothing's been done with it other than kitting, so I'm not going to show you what that is. I had some embroidery that I did this month. A friend of mine found these iron-ons for tea towels, and she does not do hand stitching. She's a sewer, but she does not like to do hand stitching. So I told her that I would do it for her. And so far, I have 4 of the 7 towels done. This one, it's little cups running. Some frying pans dancing. And some spoons dancing. And the last one is a fork, knife, and spoon. So I'm getting those done for her. I have 3 more to go, but I'm doing those as car projects. So they're not always worked on and they're taking a little bit longer. But basically, if I were to sit down and really focus on it, I could get 1 towel done in an evening. They're really quick, simple patterns. So they're very easy to get going. And my last finish for you is my June snowman head. This is one of the Zweigert 12 snowman heads. And I've turned it into a pocket pillow cover. And the fabric that it is stitched on is 14 count. And it is from Country Lane. Whoops. By Modern Heirloom. I kept the paper that was attached to the fabric just so you could see what it was. But it's a printed fabric, and then you stitch in the center. And I think he's so cute. I just love the strawberry part of him. So those are all of my staffs, start and fully finishes. I had another project from last month that I thought I might have fully finished for you, but it's taking me a little bit longer to get it just right and to really look like what I want it to look like. So, yeah, it's not quite ready yet, but pretty much I can almost guarantee that in April, you will be seeing that one fully finished. I am working on it. It just is taking a little bit of time. So let's move on to my whips, which are works in progress. The first one is for the birthday sal that Melanie from Uplift Stitching is hosting. And I am doing the Northern Cardinal. Several of the other floss tubers that I watch, Karen the Stitching Owl and the Twitchy Stitcher, who is also Karen, are both working on it. And I think they're both almost completely finished with this. I know I watched Karen last night, and all she had left to do was this little bit right here. She was like 90% done with it. There was just the birdhouse and maybe a little bit on the logs to finish up. And hers, she's changed the colors on hers, so it's a brighter red. Also, Karen, the Twitchy Stitcher, she has changed and brightened up the bird on hers. Laura, Stitching by the Shore, she is also working on it, but I haven't watched her video yet today, so I don't know how far along she is. And I do believe she is using the called for colors, but don't quote me on that. Go and watch her and make sure that I'm correct in what I'm doing. So mine, I am basically using all of the suggested colors. However, I am using in the tail here, and then you'll see on the wings when I get going on those, I'm using a silk lame braid. And you can't see it in here, but it's got a sparkle to it. I am stitching this one on 16 count neutral Snowflake, and I got it off Etsy from the Dove Stitcher, or Dove Stitch. And the Northern Cardinal is obviously a Cottage Garden from the Year in the Woods #2 series, and it is the #7 pattern for that Year in the Woods. I don't know how many more of those I will do. There are a couple others that I really like. I got the squirrel, the crow. The crow is done. I finished it last year. The squirrel I'll be working on next month. And is there another one that I have? I can't remember. Anyway, I have several of those patterns, but I'm not going to stitch all of them because I don't like all of them completely. But I'll be mixing and matching the ones that I do like. The squirrel and the crow are from the first series, and then the cardinal is from the second. So then the next thing I worked on, well, I worked on all the ones that I fully finished. So those were scattered in between some of these other ones. But the next one is a whip. It's called The Lord's Prayer, and the designer is Terri Steinmeyer, and she was commissioned by, up here you'll see the Praying Hands. That was a company that did a bunch of these religious stitch patterns. Now mine, I had to modify because the way that this one is, the way that the Lord's Prayer is on here is not the way that we do it as Catholics. Yeah, I needed to get my board because this one definitely needs something behind it so that you can see. I am stitching this on 28 count. Let's see, Beehive by Bee Stitch Me, and I'm doing 2/2 with the suggested DMCs. And this is how far excuse me. This is how far I've gotten so far. But yeah, I had to modify it, so it changed where the words were going over the praying hands, and that made it hard trying to figure out, okay, do I put this color for this on this side of it or whatever? But yeah, it took a little bit of time for me to get it changed and then able to get stitching on it. But I love stitching words because they go so quick. And then the hand in the background it's going to be really, really lovely when I get done with that. So that's the second whip that I have for you. And yeah, I told you all the particulars about it. Now the next one, I will put a picture up here of what it will look like finished. You've seen it every month. I'm getting really, really close to being finished with it. And this is my Christmas Cottage by Dona Gelsinger, and it was charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is on a 16 count light dove gray, and I have another page finish. So, yep, there it is. And I was working, I was working down here. I had finished this page, and then I just went down here. And you would not believe, it doesn't look like there would be that much confetti in here, but oh my God, there are 30 colors in that section. But I am so pleased with the progress that I'm getting on this. It's going to be so awesome to get this one finished up. And that I'm just going across. But I'm getting super excited for this one to be done, and I can show you the entire thing finished. But yeah, I'm really getting a good amount done every time. And I may, depending on how these next few pages go, it's not as much confetti on this next page. I think it'll go really fast. But when I get to July, for Christmas in July, I'm thinking of maybe focusing on this and doing 2 weeks of it. We'll see. It all depends on what my other stitching looks like at that time. But I'm getting so excited to see this one finished. And then, you know, fully finished as well. Because I would really like to be able to put this out at Christmas time. That would be awesome for me. Okay, so that is all of my whips, because like I said, the fully finishes that I was working on were also obviously things that I had stitched on this month. And the 2 videos that I showed you, all of those were stitched on this month. Also, Monday, my husband left and will be gone for about 2 months. So I had a lot of stuff going on with getting him organized and everything packed that he was going to need. And then yesterday he sent me a message and I had to ship him a box of things that once he got where he was going, he realized he was going to need those. So yeah, things have been a little bit busy in this house getting him sent off. My plans for April will be to work on my squirrel. I also have my sheep virtues, and I would really, 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 really like to get those completed this month. Yeah, that would be awesome for me if I could get those. I've got, well, no, I'm not going to get them because I've got 2 of the big pieces in the center that are going to take some time. So no, now that I think about it, with what I have left to do, definitely not going to get those finished, but we'll see. And then I have some new starts that I would like to get thrown in there. They will be birthday presents for my sisters, and I would like to be able to take them with me when I travel to Alaska for the wedding to give them their presents at that time. We'll see. Hopefully that works out, but if not, at least I'll have the stitching part of it done. So those are my plans. So give me a few minutes and I will be back with my stash. Okay, well, here we are back, and I don't know why I said that this year was going to be a no-buy year, because I have done nothing but buy things, and I have to stop. I have more than enough stuff to get me stitching for probably 100 years to come, but okay. I ordered some floss from Roxy Floss Co. And the reason that I did that is I want to do this Fox and Rabbit. This was a freebie in, you'll see down there, 2024 Mystery Sampler. I had collected all of the pages as they were released, and then now I want to get it started and stitched. I had bought this gold thread or floss and showed that to you, I think 2 videos again. Well, what I want to do is I want to do the words in the gold. So faith, hope, and love in gold. And then these motifs here, I want to use these greens, and maybe even add that in very specific places. We'll see. When I get stitching on it, then I'll see if I really think that I need the 3rd green, or if I can just do it with the 2. But yeah, that's what I want to do with those colors. So I ordered those, and then I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure about this green or if I wanted to do this. And when this came, it was a little more blue than I had anticipated. So I'm thinking I won't be using that, but I can use it for any other project that I want to do. There was also this, oh, I didn't give you the names of those, did I? Probably might like to know what the names of those are if you're interested. Off to the Races is this darker green. English Ivy is this more variegated green. Minted is here, and Lime Foam is this teal. This one is Cabernet. It's a very burgundy. It's showing up a little bit more red than it is. This is much darker than what it's showing up on the video. And then this Swagger, which is showing up way more than it is. This is more of a Christmas red. I would say it's closer in color to 666 DMC. But I've got a Santa that I'm doing, and I'm going to use this red in that. So yeah, I got those, and they are for very specific reasons that I got them. And so those are okay because I want to get that project kitted up and going. But some of these others, these are new. Okay, the light is, these are market releases that I bought, and I don't normally do market releases. I don't know why this year I thought I needed a market release, but apparently I think I do. So this is the patriotic one. because of the 250th. This is Teresa Kogut. The We Are Blessed. I did not order the drum. I'm not sure I will be finishing this in the same way. We'll just have to wait and see. Plum Street's Freedom Flock. I've got several of these flock, or not flock, but the 3 different animal ones, and they're really fun to do. They stitch up really quick. And then the last one, I wanted a Pledge of Allegiance design to put on the wall with my flags and my other patriotic items. And this one really, really hit me. I don't believe this is from this year. Let's see. Does it say what year it was? Oh, it is. It is a 2026 design. But the Pledge of Allegiance. So I got all of those. I also got, and I've kitted these up already. And when I say kit, that means that the fabric and the pattern are together. I put them in these plastic bags. I put a little tag on it. I make notes that I throw in so that I know what. Now this one, the reason that it is kitted up the way that it is from my Digi Stitchery Fabric of the Month Club. It came with this fabric, but as a bonus, they also sent this little pattern and the floss to stitch it. And I thought, hey, it's already all put together. Why not kit it up and have it ready to go for one of your next patriotic stitches? So, hey, no problem. I kitted it all up. Another one that I bought from Market, and this one I absolutely love. Counting Puddles, Raven's Harvest Moon. Is that not a fabulous? It's got specialty stitches. It's got sparkle. It is just an awesome stitch. And I decided that instead of the black, I am going to stitch it on this fabric. I've had it in my stash for a while. It's called Blue Spruce. It's a 32 count Belfast linen. And I think this is going to look awesome on here. It's kind of everything's showing up so much lighter than it really is. This is more of a denim blue. So I think this will look amazing on it. And I've got that kitted up. I think what I'll do is once I'm done videoing here, I'll go in and I'll take a quick little video. I organized my stitching closet in my craft room, so it's nice and neat. It won't always look like it does, but I'll take a few videos of what is in there and show you where my kitted projects are. And like I said, the majority of my kitted projects, it just means that the fabric and the pattern are together, and usually they're cut to the size that they're needed. But once in a while, if it's going to be more than one, if I'm not sure of what I want to do with it once I'm finished, then I won't cut it. I'll wait until I am actually working on it before I decide. And one more, this was not, I don't believe, no, this was not a market. It doesn't say what year it was, but this was not a market release, I do not believe. But I wanted to do a couple of small ducks and geese. And this one fit let me take it out of this package because it's so cute. You have to just see it. Sorry for the crinkle. But is that duck not adorable? And then this goose. And I'll probably do all four of them because I am a huge Snowman fan and I do like gnomes as well. So I'll probably do all four of them. And I bought the suggested fabric and it's 32 count Heartland Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. So it was the suggested fabric for this to be stitched on. And the reason I have not cut it yet is I don't know if I'll do it how I'll do it exactly. But okay, I'm not going to put that back together because all it's going to do is crinkle and crackle and whatever. So those are my purchases. And yeah, I think that's everything that I bought. Oh, no, that's not true. Hold on one second. I've got something else to show you. Right, I was at Hobby Lobby getting some stuff for the finish that I'm working on. And they had this. It is, the bottom of it is 20 inches. It's 20 across here and 10 up. But, I mean, how could I have passed this up? It is $2.99 for this wooden stand. I can't pass that up. There were two of them. I bought both of them. I will find something to put on here. It will be amazing as a finishing board. So, yeah, I got that. I was really excited for $2.99. How can you pass that up? All right. Calm down, right? It can just calm down. Those are all of my, what I call postal prizes, because the majority of the stuff that I buy has to be shipped up to me in Idaho. We do not have a lot of local places for me to shop. It's rural and I love it. I am not complaining about it, but the one drawback that I do have is that I don't have local shops to go into. And I mean, the Hobby Lobby that I was at, it's an hour and a half away. That's my closest one. So that's just, you know, kind of what you got to do. Anyway, the next thing I want to share with you is what I call name dropping. And that is different floss tubes that I watch or have found recently that are either new or new to me. And the first one is Acts of Stitching. Her name is Aida, and she has done 2 videos so far. And she's really fun to watch. So go over and give her a look and see what you think. This one, I'm not sure if I've already shared with you, but the channel, geez, my talking today. The channel is Five Oaks Farm Stitching. Her name is Rachel. She's done 11 videos. And she does more than just cross stitch. She does sewing and other crafts. So she's real fun to watch. I believe she's from Texas. The acts of stitching, I'm not sure where she said she was from. She did an introductory video, and then she's done one other since then. I'm a stitch nerd, Laurel. She's done 71 floss tubes, so she's not that new, and you may already know her, but I just recently found her, and so I wanted to mention her and encourage you to go over and give her a look. Sky Blue Stitcher. Oh, I didn't write her name down, and I do not remember. I am so sorry. I'll put it in the description. But she has 6 videos out, and she is awesome. There's a lot of really great stitching to see on her channel. Past stitches that are completed that she shows, and stuff that she's working on right now. But she's really, really a good video or a floss tuber. So go over and give her a look and see how you like her. And the last one, she's very new, Stacy, and her channel is Stitchy Sprinkles, and she is a crack up. She is high energy and fun, and makes fun of herself, and just she's really good. She has 4 videos out. One of them she did where she just answered, I believe, 28 questions, and she called it a tag video. I had not heard of that, but apparently what you do is you take the same questions that she has put in the description below, and you answer, and then you tag her in it so she can come over and see what your answers were compared to what her answers were. So I want to do that. I want to answer those questions, but not in this video because it would make it so long that people would get bored and they'd be like, nope, done, click. So anyway, that is all I have for you today, other than to say, if you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. It gets me out there to a lot more people. Hit the like button. If you have any questions whatsoever with the things that I have shown you, or just in general, if you have questions for me, be sure to put them in the comment section, and I will see you in a month. Being that I'm on my own, I don't have a husband to come in and interrupt me. I will be hopefully getting a lot more stitching done, but it always seems like when I say I'm going to get a lot more done, I don't get nearly as much as what I think I do. But anyway, I will see you in April. Have a great Easter if that's what you celebrate. If you don't celebrate it, just have a great spring and enjoy your stitching. And I will see you next month. Bye. So these are the baskets I was talking about in my original video. These here and here are the ones that are kitted up. They have the pattern and the fabric cut to the proper size. And if I'm going to use specialty thread with them, then that thread is in there also. But if I'm going to use DMC thread, then I wait until I'm actually stitching on it before I kit the rest of that up. Over here, these are patterns that I have that haven't yet been kitted. They're in categories such as Valentine, St. Patrick, patriotic, winter, autumn, sewing, sewing, different ways of sorting them that way. Over here are a bunch of things that I use when I am finishing my projects. Hoops, discs, wooden boxes, that kind of thing. On the second shelf down there, you'll see that's a box full of Mill Hill patterns that I will eventually get to. I always have a Mill Hill on the go, so I just grab a new one and off I go with it. Over here are more frames and wood boards and stuff, again, used for finishing. And then my old patterns that I've already done, or ones that I know I won't do, but I'm going to eventually get put up on my Etsy shop and sold that way. More finishing products. Those down there, those are my bags of different crochet projects that I have on the go. And just general storage for my crafting room. So yep, that's where that is. But those are the two baskets that I was talking about in my original video. And I think I've shown you this before. This is all of my embellishments and ribbons, rickrack, that kind of thing that I use when I am fully finishing my cross stitch and sewing projects.